Hey, this is a response to the Bone Valley Project, his latest video. Interesting video. I'm sure there's more behind the content of that video than that video itself. Obviously, you're responding to a conversation that's been ongoing, and I'm not familiar with it entirely, so I'm just going to focus on one thing that's been going through my head since I watched your video yesterday. And at some point I'll try to catch up on what the conversation is actually all about. But you present the idea of someone who, and I'm going to sum this up, and if I misrepresent your position, let me know. But it sounds like you're saying that if someone is aware of Jesus, they are given that knowledge, and then they don't accept it or reject it, whatever verbiage you want to use there, that they've been given their chance, and that person is not likely, although you don't say for sure, you don't say you know, but that person is not likely then to be given a chance to repent after death. Whereas a person who was never given that opportunity to know Jesus or the gospel, the Bible, may be given that chance after death to repent. That's at least the impression I came away with. Well, I would ask you, and it seems that you and I have worked at opposite directions. I was a Christian, I was a believer, and I eventually arrived at atheism through process of elimination, the elimination being the concept of God. And you, as I understand it from your videos, you started out as a non-believer and ended up as a believer. So obviously something convinced you at some point that this word of Jesus was in fact the truth. Something happened that made it click for you, because it's not a conscious decision. You didn't just wake up one day and say, I choose to believe in Jesus today, and start believing. There was something that happened that allowed your mind to take that step. And it's something that I have to wonder, could you have just as easily, if you'd been exposed to a different concept, a different religion, have made that step? Could you have attributed whatever cause allowed you to think that the Jesus thing was a possibility and probably right? Could that have happened and you attribute it to something else? Because from where I'm sitting, I hear people say that Jesus is the way and the truth and the light and all of this, and they're very convinced. I mean, they know this. This is the truth. You follow Jesus, and of course there's still questions. They don't know everything, but they know that Jesus is the way. But equally as convicted are people of other religions. You ask a Muslim, they're going to be just as convinced as any Christian I talk to that their religion is correct. You ask any practicing, believing Jew, and they're going to be just as convinced. You ask any Hindu, the story repeats itself. So from my perspective, I see all of you being very sincere about your beliefs. And I see none of you providing anything that actually allows my mind to come a step closer to accepting what you or anyone else puts up as the truth. So my question to you would be, in this situation, where I'm presented with Jesus, but I'm also presented with Hinduism, but I'm also presented with, take your pick of all these other religions, and as far as I can tell, no one of them is any more convincing than the others, so I choose none of them. In that case, and I understand that you believe Jesus, so on and so forth. In that case, though, where I see no reason to believe one above any other, I die, and I go to heaven, and let's say Jesus is right. What do you think his response would be to me? And I'm not asking you to make a pronouncement on his behalf, because obviously that's not possible. I'm asking for your opinion. What do you think? That's it. Talk to you later.